I know, we're all thinking it. We all want Debbie McGee's leotards. Now, I've been waiting 285 days for this moment, here to warm us up for the first time in this series. It's the return of the legend that is Mr. Ian Waite. Yes,
oh, my public.
He is now married. He
yes.
is, yes, look. Oh, it's a gorgeous do. It was a good do.
It was a good do, wasn't it?
What, pilots and ballroom dancers make for good wedding floors.
Yes, they do.
It was outrageous, I tell you. Have you brought it with you? Your special...
well, it depends what you're talking about, but I brought this.
Oh, yes. How we have missed it. We've got so many to discuss, but what do you think of the first show, Ian?
I absolutely loved it. I was whooping and clapping and cheering. I mean, there was so much going on, wasn't there? In 2 hours, I had to hold it in. Do you know what I mean?
But what did you have to hold it? The excitement, obviously.
The excitement, yes, yeah. But I thought it was a fabulous show, and I mean, literally had everything in there, didn't you?
We really did. Drama and laughter. I did laugh a lot. I had an absolute hoot. OK, we're going to look at half our couples tonight and half tomorrow. Double dose this week. Lovely. We're going to start with the Reverend Richard and Diane following their heavenly cha-cha with an American smooth. What have you observed? What can you share with us?
Oh, it was delightful on Saturday night. I absolutely loved it.
Isn't
on that
he
cloud.
Wonderful?
But,
love him a lot.
As you can see, at the moment, he's looking a little bit lost.
Yeah.
But it is early stages. Obviously, it's Tuesday, so I don't want to pick on him too much. There needs to be a bit more clarity in steps and also in the arms. He needs to know where they're positioned. At the moment, he's just even trying to do the steps. And there's a lot of side-by-side. So as you can see there, if she hits a line, then he really needs to hit that line as well, because in a side-by-side, but we do it together.
Little side-by-side.
A bit of American smooth. This way, that way.
That way.
Line. Line, line. Do you know what I mean? Oh, God, it's so nice to go back and do that dancing with you.
Going back in time, it's like before the Blitz. OK, now, Gemma and Aliash have a waltz this week. I'm looking forward to seeing Gemma do ballroom. How are they looking?
I am also, because it looks really good, Zoe. I'm loving this footage. It's quite smooth. She looks very elegant. She reminds me of you, actually. There are elements.
I think that when I look at Gemma.
Yeah, there are elements where she looks like you, because she's lovely and tall and blonde and a little bit lanky in places. But here...
Gemma, please don't be insulted. I'm so sorry. Right.
But here, I just look at her head there. As she's opening up into a ronde, I would expect the head to come out and then shape away. So she needs to give a little bit more shaping with the head in places so she's not too upright. OK, beautiful. Moving on to Joe and Katya. Very strong start from Joe with his jive. He was brilliant. This week, tango. I absolutely loved it. And here... what I'm liking is the strong lead, the strong heel leads, and also his frame is quite nice. I'd like to see him get a little bit more up and forward with the elbows to make it more compact. But here, I've spotted something, Zoe. I've spotted something.
Nothing gets past this man.
Yes, I'm gonna spotlight that. Look at that hand. Oh. Now, Craig sees that. It's like a bunch of bananas.
What do we do, Ian?
No, close the hand like this, you see. Keep it nice and tight, close the hand. Keep it like that.
Joe.
And you use the fingertips and your chicken drumstick to lead.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of it like that. OK, thank you.
Drumstick.
OK, next, Johnny and Oti. You really loved his dance last week, didn't you?
I just thought that there was so much content in there, and he was closing his feet, lovely heel leads.
Beautiful.
Really impressed with his waltz, and it was more than I was expecting.
Well done, Johnny.
And
so
also,
this week
they're just walking through their jive, but already some nice flicks and kicks. He's got the action. He's in time perfectly with Oti. You wouldn't believe that he's not done any dancing before, but it really looks quite natural, which I'm amazed at, really, at this stage.
Johnny. Fingers crossed.
That's good.
Brian and Amy now, who follow their tango. He's a bit disappointed how it went. Cha-cha, bit cheekier. This could be good for him, yes?
Well, as you can see, he's struggling to keep up with Amy, with all the steps. And at the moment,
I like that
you know,
I like that
and also... sort of like, you can see that he's sort of frustrated.
Come on, lad.
As you can see in the face, he's like frustrated with picking up the sex because it's so fast. What I'd like from, obviously...
He's going to kill us for putting that on.
I'm hoping there's a little bit more cha-cha in there so we can see nice straight leg action. But also, I just want to see his personality come out.
It will.
So let's bring his personality out.
He's got a lot to pick up.
He's so funny.
We want to see the smile and those teeth.
Exactly.
He's very handsome. OK, David and Nadia are doing a quick step. What do you think?
Fantastic energy and movement here. He's like literally, he's like literally giving it 100% all the time.
Yeah.
But in doing that, sometimes, as you can see, he's dropping his backside there, and he needs to. So he just needs to get that in a little bit. And here. As you can see there, he's got a lovely flat foot there going outside her. Now he needs to make sure that that's a lovely heel lead.
Oh, yes.
So make sure you flick forward onto a heel there because we want to see some nice heel leads.
Just make him
on
do
the
that
flow, you know
all
what I mean?
night. And can I just say, Nadia, I mean, not many people can wear those sandy trousers. Look, that's amazing. No. She is seriously hot. OK, Alexandra and Gorka the Corker are doing a paso doble. We watched a bit of this earlier on. This looks so good already.
It's so sharp. I mean, if there was points for commitment and speed, she would get 1,000,000 points because it's so strong and powerful. What I would say is a little bit like David. She needs to make sure that the quality of shaping is there still because it's so fast. She has to make sure. So here, for instance, she needs to try and shape away from him, like he's doing with her.
Okay.
And also, if you can see her foot there, it's like it's not closed. It should be inside edge there. If we could get some inside edge. And some shaping there in the arm. So it's just the finishing touches, really, but it's going to be an awesome dance.
Finer details, they will come as the week goes on. And finally, let's talk about Charlotte and Brendan doing a cha-cha-cha. Do you like what you see so far?
Well, as you can see, this is like the intro, like beginning of the routine, I think, where Brendan's trying to, I don't know, woo her, and she's walking away from him saying, I'm not interested. But anyway, here, she's cha-cha-charing away from him, and she's cha-cha-charing away from him on a bent leg, as you can see. So there, she just needs to straighten the leg. She needs to put the heel down.
This is always our favourite bit.
Heel down.
We love
she needs to put the heel down.
Here he goes.
And straighten the leg. Straight.
And like a budgie, he always watches himself in the mirror there. Here we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the wonderful... I've missed you, darling. He'll be back tomorrow to look at all our other couples. Here, Waite, everybody. Would you say that's burgundy or chocolate, that top? I can't decide. Right, time now for our final couple. She described her first performance on Strictly as the most terrifying moment of her life. Come here, I've missed you. Come back. Well, let's hope her first appearance on It Takes Two is less scary. It's Ruth and Anton. I love you. I love you.
No, you're very, very elegant. You did have a lot of mistakes, but you're very graceful.
A picture of loveliness is just the feet do what they want.
You have this wonderful aura about you, so hold on to that.
Ruth and Anton! I know, should we have more fun? Yes, well done. First things first. Ruth, you looked absolutely breathtaking as you walked out on Saturday. You looked like a princess.
Well, I felt like a princess.
Good.
I had someone else's hair on, obviously.
I know. Has it been returned?
Yeah, they take it off you really quickly.
They do. I know.
You just go, you're talking to someone. They go, you makeup. Give us the hair back.
Give us the weave back and the rocks as well. How was it first time out on the floor for you?
It is truly the most terrifying thing I've done. So when people say nerves, I go, no, this is more than nerves. You know, I get nerves a little bit. Live telly, I do live telly every day. No, this was blind terror. And no, seriously. And the bit I'm sitting on the sofa like this at the start, and Anton walks round and he does this. I just looked at him and I felt like my feet had been cemented to the floor.
Thinking they're not going to move.
You looked panicked. He did that kind of, come on, and I did the, I can't.
Oh, God.
And he came a bit closer. He was like, yes, you can. And then he kind of pulled me
Yes,
up.
you have to.
You have to. Like
Now would be a good time.
That would be
Literally,
good.
I felt like I couldn't feel my
Thing is,
whole body.
I felt for you because I know that feeling really well, and it does. It's like the fear's in your knees, isn't it?
Well, I just couldn't feel my. I just thought I've got someone else's legs. Whose legs are these?
They've put me in the wrong bottom half. Anton, what did you think about Ruth's performance?
Oh, beautiful. I thought, what was lovely was that as I walked round and I looked at Ruth sitting on the sofa, I went, oh, you beauty. You look elegant. And God, I mean, stop. I tell you. No, please stop. No, come on. I thought to myself, yes, this is going to be good. You look beautiful, peach. You look gorgeous, lovely. All of that, the face is going, oh, I've got this. And
If only you knew.
if only I knew. But it was, and from the waist up, I thought she was perfect. Just beautiful and graceful. But the waist down, we had one or two differences of opinion. But that was fine as well. But the great thing about Ruth for me is she looks incredible. I mean, speaking as though she's not right next to me, but looks beautiful. So I love that. So it's always just, I look at her and go, lovely.
And Darcy did compliment you on your grace. I mean, that is...
She did, which is, listen, from Darcy Bustle, who's the most graceful woman we've ever seen, that was a massive compliment. To be honest, right at that point, I didn't really hear, it was like white noise. Yeah. Because I'd done that dance thinking, oh, that was so terrible, I went so wrong. And then I just remember thinking, smile, because they're now going to tear you to shreds. So just do that.
Just keep
so
going
it was
for it.
just like, I just heard words and I had to watch it back. And then went, oh, that was nice, Darcy. And she said I was a lady.
I know.
Or did
No,
Shirley
said you said you were a lady.
A lady.
And I thought to myself, oh, well spotted.
Well
been in
spotted.
training.
I know. They're
Is
not
there anything
paid
else?
for nothing, you know.
Is there anything else? How about the footwork?
Also, let's talk about the two incredibly dapper gentlemen in the audience cheering you on. Eamon and your son, Jack. They were so proud. And it's terrifying for them to wait for you to come out. And obviously, they're willing you to do well. What was their verdict?
Well, Eamon said, I knew you were really scared because when I sat on the sofa, you know, your VT's playing, he said, I could just see you going like this.
Oh, yes.
At that point, I could hear blood rushing in my ears and my head, you know, my heart hammering. But actually, both of them said they felt very emotional. Eamon said he felt very emotional, and Jack came over and said, Mum, I had a tear in my eye. And he's 15, so 15-year-old boys don't normally say that, do they?
Things like that.
So
really, really proud.
yeah.
I was just wondering, actually, talking of sort of strictly curse, has Eamon taken you aside and had the chat? And
No, but we had a kiss and a cuddle. I don't know if that counts for anything.
did he say
I don't
take
know.
her? No, honestly. Eamon actually says one man's curse is another man's blessing. Take her.
such a charmer. Charleston, this week, loving watching your
Yes.
training footage. It looks so fun and exhausting, Ruth.
It's really exhausting. Oh, I went a bit wrong there, didn't I?
A bit fast, you're too fast.
Oh, too fast, too fast. Oh, look, oh, hello. That's very early on. I'm much better now.
Yes, on Sunday.
No, I love the Charleston. It's
Yeah.
so much fun, but it is exhausting. My legs hurt, my back hurts, it's fast. He makes me do it over. Come on, again.
Over and do it again. Do it again. By yourself. By yourself.
And how's the swivel?
By yourself.
Jake?
I'll
My
have more
swivel's
tea.
not too bad, actually, is it?
Swivel's
My
excellent.
swivel's all right, it's just the rest of it.
The swivel is the hardest bit, and
Have
you've got
faith.
it great.
I know, have it, faith. Actually, you two, don't let me stop you. Practice. Maybe practice your swivel now. It's Ruth and Anton. There we go. Look, love it. That's all the time we have for tonight. A huge thank you to all of my guests. Join me tomorrow at 6:30. I'll be chatting to the Reverend Richard and Diane, Gemma and Aliash and Joe and Katya, plus the second helping of Ian Waite and his warm-up. And Strictly costume designer Vicky Gill will be here putting on the glitz. Until then, good night. Mwah.